Hello friends, it's Gordon, Triangle Lawn Games. I'm back and I'm ready to give you more tips on some of the best places to have a corporate event. This time we're talking about Norfolk, Virginia, so Hampton Roads, lovely spot. And there might be some military stuff going on there. There's corporate events, corporate headquarters there, all kinds of cool stuff going on in that area. So, we're talking about some of the places where you can have indoor corporate events and maybe have some outdoor space or even just some space inside to even have some lawn games. You can always rent lawn games from us, virginialawngames.com. So, keep us in mind. Subscribe, like this video. We certainly appreciate the support. And let's get to it. Let's talk about some of the best places to have a corporate event in Norfolk, Virginia. I'm going to share my screen and kind of talk through some of those things. We do have a blog up on virginialawngames.com. It's got more information in terms of different places, their websites, contact information, pricing, information that you might need. So check that out. That'll be in the description below. But the first place we're going to talk about is venue 1225. And so, the way we talk about that one here is it's the best bang for your buck. It's a really affordable place. You can see from the pictures, it's an indoor spot. It's got kind of a, fairly bare, modern vibe, but it is cool. And they do kind of, they can seat up to 100 people, or it says 80 people, but you can hold up to 100 people. It's got an available kitchenette. It's got a built-in serving bar. It's got a smart TV. So it's pretty cool. You can see some of the pictures. They've got the fake grass wall. You can do catering stuff in there. So this is a good spot for like a, corporate event or a corporate holiday party, or if you just want to get people together to kind of have a presentation, whatever it might be. This is a pretty good option. And then from a location perspective, it's also pretty close to downtown, for the most part. It's not too far from downtown Norfolk, but it is kind of out in the suburbs a bit. So, best of both worlds. If you're in Virginia Beach, or if you're in Chesapeake, or if you're in Norfolk, it's pretty close to all of those. So definitely an option to keep in mind. That's venue 1225. You can check out venue1225.com to learn more there. The next one we're going to talk about is if you need like a huge presentation space. So I remember I used to work for this company in Indianapolis, and they had a big announcement they wanted to make, and it was that they were going public, which was pretty cool. And so they put us up in this huge theater, essentially, and everybody had their own seat, and then the CEO came out and kind of announced and talked through what that meant and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. So they did that in a big theater. They rented that theater out. The Norva is something that you might want to look at if you're trying to do that type of presentation. It's a music venue, right? So like even on the pictures, they've got Social Distortion at Hanson. I mean, we all want to go see Hanson, obviously. Blues Traveler. So they're a big, indoor space. There's not a ton of seating, I don't think. It's really more of like a standing spot. It looks like it's, kind of a club scene where you can have rock bands and stuff, but it is big enough to hold hundreds of people. So if you need a stage and a sound system and a place to hold hundreds of people to have some sort of presentation or announcement, this is a pretty good option. I bet they would let you put chairs in. If you wanted to put in chairs, you would probably have to rent those from someone, but you certainly could do that. And then if there's space for some yard games, keep us in mind, virginialawngames.com, obviously. But that's the Norba. That's going to be something that if you want to have like a big presentation, sound system, that stuff, and it's right downtown. You can see here on the map, it's just right downtown Norfolk. So really, really good location, obviously. And then we start getting into some of these other places that are the breweries. So breweries can be a really great place to have a corporate event. And a lot of times you don't even have to pay anything to do it, to use it. You just buy beer, right? Or food sometimes. So Smart Mouth Brewing is one that we would recommend. Good pizza. They got good beer. And they've got actually two locations. So they've got their pilot brewing house, or their pilot house, out by Virginia Beach. But their main location that is there in Norfolk, just north of downtown. It looks like, kind of in the West Ghent area. The last time I was in Norfolk, I stayed in this area and stopped in, and their beer was really good. So I can actually vouch for their beer at Smart Mouth. So definitely check that one out. Like I said, they've got pizza, they've got music sometimes. It's a pretty cool spot. So check that one out if you're looking for that. Another one that you can check out is Reaver Beach Brewing Company. And I have not been here, so I don't know if their beer is good. But it is, again, pretty close to downtown. It's in Colonial Place, it looks like. And there's this kind of like, street here with a bunch of breweries, a bunch of restaurants. I have walked down that street, but I didn't stop into this one. And so it's a good spot if you're looking for something in that neighborhood. And then the final one that I'll talk about is Makers Craft Brewing. And Makers is in a different location. Obviously, it's north of Norfolk a little bit more. Villa Heights, they call that. So if you're looking for something over in this location, this is a good one to choose from. They do have a fairly big space that you can use, obviously. So definitely check this one out. These are just ideas for you. Hope that this helps you with your search when you're finding a place for a corporate event. If you have any questions on anything, we're happy to help, obviously. Check us out at virginialawngames.com for yard game rentals, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks.